Have you ever wondered whether history is following a divine timeline? A timeline that leads to the end of sin, the return of Christ, and the birth of God's eternal kingdom? In this video, we'll explore a fascinating pattern in Scripture, one that suggests God may have ordained a 7,000-year plan for humanity, a plan that mirrors the 7 days of creation and hints at a coming millennial rest. Let's begin where it all started, Genesis chapter 1. In 6 days, God created the heavens and the earth. On the seventh day, He rested. This pattern isn't just about creation. It sets the rhythm for something bigger, 6,000 years of human labor, followed by 1,000 years of divine rest. The Bible often equates 1 day with 1,000 years in God's perspective. 2 Peter 3 verse 8. But, beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that 1 day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as 1 day. Psalm 90 verse 4. For 1,000 years in your sight are like yesterday when it is past. These verses unlock the prophetic scale. The 6 days of creation may correspond to 6,000 years of human history, and the seventh day, a Sabbath rest, may point to the 1,000-year reign of Christ, known as the millennium. The early church fathers saw this pattern too. Around 150 AD, Irenaeus wrote, "In as many days as this world was made, in so many thousand years shall it be concluded, and God shall bring about a day of rest, that is, the seventh day, to His people." This matches Revelation 20, which speaks of Christ reigning for 1,000 years after Satan is bound. Revelation 20 verse 6. They shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with Him 1,000 years. God commands Israel to observe a weekly Sabbath after 6 days of work. But did you know the land also had a Sabbath pattern? Leviticus 25 verse 4. In the seventh year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land. This shows God thinks in cycles, 6 followed by 1. Labor, then rest. Judgment, then renewal. So, if humanity has labored under sin and transgression for 6,000 years, then the seventh millennium would be a time of peace, rest, and divine reign, just as Scripture describes the millennium. So, when does the seventh millennium begin? No one knows the exact day or hour of Christ's return. But biblical genealogies and historical records suggest that we may be very close to the end of 6,000 years since Adam sinned. Jesus said in Matthew 24 verse 37, "As the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." If we are approaching the seventh day on God's timeline, then the return of Christ, the end of man's labor and transgression, and the beginning of His eternal kingdom could be closer than we think. The idea of a 7,000-year plan isn't just a theory. It's a pattern that runs through the entire Bible. 6 days of creation followed by 1 day of rest. 6,000 years of human history followed by 1,000 years of Christ's reign. A world in labor followed by a world restored. Whether or not you believe in a literal 7,000-year framework, one thing is certain. God is not random. He is orderly, prophetic, and purposeful. And the day of rest, the day of His kingdom, is coming for sure. Until next time, keep watching, keep seeking, and keep preparing. God's plan is unfolding, right on schedule.